Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kanye. Uh, to those who have not subscribed yet, please make sure that you subscribe. To the new ones, welcome home. Please subscribe, share, like the page. You can comment and ask me any question. I'll be able to answer you. All right, let's move right along. I wish today I won't be as emotional as the last one, but I'll try my best because this is a sensitive journey, and it bring back all the memories. It just bring them back here on the table. But yeah, with God's help, I'll be a big girl. Anyway, uh, we've been beaten for anything, for any petty, stupid thing. I will give you an example of a petty, stupid thing. Like, we didn't have luxury things, most. But when you go to your friend's house and then you find them, they've got Q-Tex, lipsticks. We are girls after all. We are young. So maybe it's a weekend or even school holidays. So you are allowed to wear a Q-Tex if it's school. It's not school time, it's school holidays. You will put on Q-Tex or maybe lipstick by your friend's house, When you arrive at home, my goodness, they will beat the hell out of you. Just for the Q-Tex on the nails, the Q-Tex on the nails. That is the honest truth. I'm not exaggerating. The lipstick, those cheap lipstick, 10 rand, 5 rand lipsticks, you put them, ah, ah. Anyway, that's how hectic it was. That's how hectic it was. And I'm still wondering if they sit down and ask themselves, was that really necessary? Or they just enjoy to make sure that beating is part of the game. Disciplining for something that you shouldn't discipline for. I don't say we shouldn't be disciplined. But for girls, things, it's a school holiday. You put the Q-Tex, but you must pay the biggest price. And bear in mind, these people are not perfect. These people are the ones who wants to rape you, end of the day. I don't know whether he raped the others, because we will cry, we will talk about this, but we don't know if you are sleeping alone at home, because at times Marta will request one of us to go and sleep with her, and then you'll be left alone in the house if the grandfather and the grandmother are not there. It happened to me this other day. I was sleeping in my grandmother or grandfather's bed because they were not there. And then in the middle of the night, I could hear that I could feel my bums are cold. And then when I wake up, when I look, he's there, standing there. His dick is out. And then you see in your bums, you are wet with some gases. So, I don't know if I should really talk about this. But yeah, we knew sperms before we could know, because you'll be surprised, what is this? You find yourself wet. But I don't want to lie, or I don't want to make it looks lighter. I never had penetration. Penetration is painful. When I started to have sex, then I realized that penetration is painful. So maybe he has not. He was just taking you the clothes and then fantasize around your vagina and then ejaculate. So yeah, I won't talk about others. I don't know whether he did it to the boys or it was only us, the girls. But that was the story of our lives. And I remember now when I started to be sexually active. Okay, even if you have a boyfriend, okay, I happened to have a boyfriend when I was doing standard 8 or something like that. So, even if he did not see you, he hear from someone that you were standing with the boyfriend where and here and there. He will come with that information. He will beat you up for that. I remember this other day, he even made me write a letter to reject my boyfriend, that I don't want him anymore. And guess what? I was still loving my boyfriend. So I wrote the letter. He told me what to write. I wrote the letter. So given to Ki, which is my cousin. Luckily, he was there, so he know that this was under. Do they call it duress? This was someone write this letter or sign this thing against her will. So he will give the letter to the boyfriend and tell him that no, he was forced to do this, don't even worry. So when I met him, he will tell me that, I know I've got the letter, but don't worry, you know. So this other day, I had the cloth. The way he was a watch guard, he will watch everyone's move. So I think there was a celebration at home and all that. So I disappeared with my boyfriend and we had it. And really, there's nothing nice about sex. Or at that time, there was nothing nice about it. So when he finally see me, Saul, he called me to the toilet. And guess what? The toilets are out there, most. He called me to the toilet and said where I come from. I made the story and he said, take out your pants. I want to see. I said, what are you going to see? He demanded to see. I do not know whether he was going to see this, that there was stuff happening or something. And then when I was about to take off my pants and I was like, no, this is not supposed to be right. I pushed him and I left the toilet. Just imagine in the toilet, the two of us. What would the people say? I'm sure people in the village, they think we were sleeping with him. So I pushed him and said, I'm not going to do that. You won't go and report that. Her mother, her siblings, they see nothing wrong. They see nothing wrong. Okay. Let me just finish the story with regards to Clove and all that. And then I think that same year, the only language they will talk is that, you like boys. And at that stage, you are not even interested in boys, but every time they talk, you like boys, you're going to be pregnant. So, and you decide, most, I think there's this boy liking boys thing is a nice thing. And then you decide to have a boyfriend. And obviously the boyfriend will. But mine waited for me for about 2 years or something before. Anyway, so apparently now when I was doing standard 8, I got pregnant. Because there's a power in the tongue. There's a power here. What you say with your mouth to your kids, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Most of the times, it happens. So I remember we had another, a younger cousin from us. They used to scare him. They used to swear at him, insult him and all that about his childhood behavior. Just imagine this boy came home. He was about 6, 7 years. But, they will tell him about just, you have no idea. So they will tell him you'll be nothing, and up to date he's nothing. And I reprimanded, why do you have to say such things to a child? Why do you have to say such things to a child? And he ended up being nothing. He was in drugs. He was in prison because of their tongue. Anyway, I got pregnant. Hey, I didn't even know that I was pregnant. And then this other day, Martha came. I was about to take a bath. We were taking a bath most on those basins. So I was about to take a bath. By the way, I don't know how they call it, but I like to be naked. I love my body. I've got a beautiful body structure. God bless me with that. So I'm not ashamed of my body. I would go around in the house with my paint only. I'm that type of person. So now I was about to take a bath, and then Martha came and said, "Take a bath. When you finish, don't wear clothes. I'm gonna come." Okay, I finished, and I didn't wear clothes. I waited for her. She came. She touched my breast and my tummy, and she told me that I'm pregnant. I was like, "There's no way." I think I've done that thing once. Eh. She told me that I'm pregnant. Obviously, she spread the news amongst her siblings, Martha, Mamzo, and within no time, Maria. Within no time, Maria was there. And then she instructed me that since you are pregnant, you're not going to keep a child here. They took me to Joburg. I went with Martha and I had an abortion. I'm not sure if I'm happy about it or I'm sad. But at that time, it was fitting well because there was no way I would have a child living under the conditions that I was living on. So it was best for me. But at times, I miss her so much. I think about her. I don't know why I'm saying in my mind it's her. It's because I had a boy, so I was thinking, maybe that one should have been the girl. And every time I will count that it's supposed to be this old. And when I was counting this year, she's supposed to be 28 years old. May her soul continue to rest in peace. It was the best for her and me because it was going to be a trauma for me to raise a child under such conditions. And I was young and I was still a student, so I was not capable. And we were poor. We were surviving, going to other houses and borrow food in order to eat. There will be times where there's no food in the house. There'll be only sour milk because my grandfather had cows. But there are other times when it's dry, the cows couldn't produce milk. Then we have to go to these houses and borrow meal and borrow flour and so how would her future be like? So at times it was the best decision, whereas I didn't have a choice. I really didn't have a choice on it, but it was the best decision. I can still say so. Okay, let me do the second one. Yeah, I'll try and do as many as I can because at times I'm lazy. So when I have time, let me push because this is a long journey. This is a long journey. Have a lovely one. I'll see you right away.